Okay. This is pseudo serious, somewhat not. But this is talking about disparities in cultures evidenced by news reports. You ever notice that I just don't think the average person wakes up and expects that there's going to be gunshots and robberies, lots of crime where they live. Even if you live in an area where that's prevalent, the actual happening of it is not a normal human circumstance. It just doesn't feel right. That's why we are enraged and react when bad things happen to people. But it's always interesting, and when they do news reports in, let's just say, areas where people don't have a lot of melanin, it always goes something like this. Yesterday there was a break-in on Lexington Avenue. We're going to go right down to the scene and talk to some of the people that live in that area. And then they switch to Molly Worthington, who's clutching her pearls, and she's like, things like this never happen in my neighborhood. It's shocking. This is appalling. It's incredulous. I'm laughing because then you go to areas where either people have a little bit more melanin and or the socioeconomic status is lower. People are making less. They don't have time for all the niceties of the world. Not only, it goes from that to, there was a shooting of 5 people on Park in Maine. We're going to go right down to the scene. Now, what ends up happening is, first of all, there's a news crew out there. There's 5 people jumping around, waving in the back, saying hi to mom, throwing up signs of everything. And then, going back to the whole Lexington Avenue thing, if there's something that happens and someone witnessed it, they will block out their voice and it comes out like this. I saw the killer. Now, when it comes to ghetto time, they will say something like to the effect of, the killer is known to be very dangerous. It would be ill-advised for anyone that witnessed this crime to come forward. They could actually say that, and the camera people will go into the ghetto and they will talk to the people that actually saw the crime. Has anyone ever thought about that? That's so dangerous. You just saw Pookie and Raheem, or Joe Schmo, and whoever it is, just get shot. This is probably not the best time for you to get on national TV and say, yeah, I saw him. That's probably a time that you really want to move. Just a thought. But this is not the time that you really need to be telling people that you witnessed the crime, especially if it's someone who has connection to other people who are violent and are not currently in jail or incarcerated. But it always puzzled me why the news stations never protect the identity of our folk in the ghetto, the inner city. But the other funny thing is, when you watch the news, you will very rarely, if ever, see a person of color reporting the news or the weather in dangerous situations. Now, you will see Bill White man, in like the middle of a volcano or a hurricane or a tornado or an earthquake. Hi, my name is Bill Scott and I'm right here on the scene. The earth is opening up as we speak. In fact, I'm falling in. Now, you cut to one of the brothers, or uno de mis amigos, And you're gonna get a different story. It's gonna be like, hi, you see that on the screen behind me? That's the disaster that everyone's talking about. I'm here safe in the studio, but we have a live aerial shot. Let's take a look at the aerial shot behind me, because I'm in safety. That's what I don't understand. Like, why? Like, if you can state it is not, we're not gonna not believe you if you're not outside in the middle of the hailstorm. Just turn the camera, open the window, turn the camera. I'm sure they can see it. So those are my thoughts on funny things about the news reporting, and the disparities that it shows in socioeconomic status. See, I'm not as dumb as you think.